This video is made for adult collectors because getting into San Diego Comic-Con is unnecessarily difficult. Let's make my favorite toy even better by giving him a fresh pair of J's. Look at this. Look at this. Now he's taller. Yay. So I loved the Gamer Edition Optimus Prime mold. It's like my favorite toy of, I think it was last year. So when this was announced, I had to have it. And Hasbro really needs to communicate better that these were going to be available after the convention. Like, I'm glad they were, but a lot of people didn't know that till the day of. But I am so happy they went, hey, we know not everyone can go to the con, so all this stuff is going to be not only up on Pulse, but also other places. This is the Fractured Friendship 2-pack with Megatron, who is the Siege mold again, and Orion Pax, who is Gamer Edition Megatron, Optimus but on steroids. That's not Megatron. Also Death's Head, but he's just here. This Pax though, bruh, I didn't think this would be the mold they would pick for this version of the character, but I love it. It works so incredibly well. They made him taller. He feels less wide because he's taller, and they changed so much. The feet are new. The lower legs are almost entirely new. Chest is new. The back is new. The shoulders are new. Yes, we're doing this again. The forearms are new. The guns are new. The head is new. And some of the inner workings are new. So they changed a lot. Please don't take a shot every time I say the word new. Megatron, though, is just the minor Megs variant of the mold with some new paint, and it looks kind of strange, but I kind of like it. And the knees are built properly this time, so that's good. Back to Pax, though. He has a matrix, probably because it's on the sprue, and why waste it? It's there. I know how to fix this. There we go. Fixed. I love the new head. It's so nice with the silver ears and the general shape of the head and the slat nature of the chest with the windows on the side. I think one of the reasons I'm so impressed by this is because I've had the third-party one for ages now and I really like it. And this rocks up using the pre-existing Gamer Edition Prime mold, but looks a lot like that original Don Figueroa design. It's awesome. I think it was Don Figueroa. He comes with his gun, but it's unable to mount on his arm this time. It's now made to be held in his hand, though I wish that little handle thing was removable without having to take the screw out, so you could have the option to do arm mounted. Megs comes with a lot of stuff, actually. Cool sword, pickaxe, hammer, drill, a whole arsenal of melee weapons, because, like, you know, he's a gladiator. Also, I got Death's Head. Death's Head, so nice. I bought it twice. I plan on getting this one signed. He's cool. As far as I know, he's based on the Colossus body mold, but like I know nothing about Marvel Legends, so I could be completely wrong on that. But it is nice to have a Death's Head toy finally from an official source that I can display, and now I don't have to worry about this really rare third-party one breaking on me, because apparently they like to do that. Back to the actual Transformers though. Megatron's posing is alright, but Pax? Bro, this Gamer Edition mold is slaps, so he can do just about anything that one can. Well, Siege Megatron's posing hasn't changed at all, but there's a couple things in this that kind of... Megatron's accessories are in my way, that are a little bit different from Gamer Edition Optimus, so I figured I'd talk about the whole thing anyway. So, head is on a ball joint, just like Gamer Edition Optimus. You can get some tilts, you can turn left and right. However, unlike the Gamer toy, he can't look up. That's as far as this figure will look up, whereas on GE Prime, boop, he'll look up all the way. So, that's a little annoying that he doesn't have that same sort of cut in the back. Ooh, geez. That this guy had, like, the same amount of room to look up. So, whatever. Shoulders can rotate. They can go in and out. If you pull them out a little bit, you can get butterfly joint. So, there's that. Bicep rotation, elbow bend, wrist swivel. The guns can rotate. You have the same waist joint, the hips, forward. They can't go back. I still don't know why. That's kind of weird. They can go out, thigh rotation. Knee bends just a little under 90 degrees because of the wheels. And then the feet. The feet is the other big different part. So you have your ankle tilt, right? And you have your backwards, but they only go back about that far. And then they don't... when you go forward, they like to move these a lot. And now on the Gamer Edition figure, the same sort of story happens, except the feet go back a lot less. But you can unpeg this to make the feet go forward. However, this panel sticks up. But on Gamer Edition Prime, these panels stay in place quite well. get out of shot. I find that on this figure, they don't stay in place as well. I need to like polish that tab up because they like to pop out quite a bit. So that's a little annoying. But yeah, I like all of them as in robot mode. Now let's make them vehicles and Death's Head. So again, not gonna walk you through Megatrons, nothing's changed. On Pax here though, a little bit has changed from Gamer Edition Prime, and I kind of think for the better. You can't see him, but mainline Optimus just fell over. But like there's a little bit of like change here that I kind of like more than I did on the gamer version. So to start with, you remove all of his guns. Oh well. I know some people complained about that, but I personally don't care. Then we are going to connect the legs, just like you would on Gamer Prime, and then extend the torso, bring the back section down and around, fold this up, peg it into place, rotate these forward. Now, the first difference, when you bring this down, there are actually pegs right here that will peg into these slots on the side and keep the whole thing in place. On Gamer Prime, they just sort of like sit in there. There are like pegs, but they're not super solid because they're weirdly triangular shaped. Whereas on this guy, they're square, so they grip a bit better. And then we're just going to bring the arms back like that. Rotate the fists down. Get out of shot. It's not your turn. Then rotate the waist 180 degrees, bring it up, bring the arms together. Now, unlike Gamer Prime, they don't tab together because they don't sit at an angle. They stay straight. Then we're going to bring this up on either side and open this out. If you leave these down, you can't really open them because they sort of get in the way, so fold them up. Bring this section up, fold up the feet. Now, you open up the feet and bring these out here, and they'll do something really cool in a second. So when you bring this down, well, first of all, fold the wheels out. But when you bring this down, there are these two little holes on either side and these two pegs, or 3mm pegs. And the arm is moving. And when you bring this in, they will peg into the sides, not together and into the top. And I find that holds this together a bit more securely because on Gamer Prime, at least on mine, the arms would always pop out from underneath and it was really annoying. And then you bring this together, then you bring this in. Now these will clip underneath here, like that. And then, because everyone didn't like the fist sticking out, you cover them. They put covers on the hand. It didn't bug me, but I like this quite a bit. You can cover up the hands now, yay. And then you just take these and you peg them into the side. And if you want to, the gun, these pegs are gonna slot into the back little holes there. If the focus would, there we go. So you just peg that in, and that's Pax. And like it's mostly the same, but there are a couple of subtle differences or like strengthenings in certain areas that make this feel a bit more cohesive than the Gamer Edition figure. Also quickly, this is what I wanted to talk about with that little tab thing at the front. So you see how this tab here is really tiny and this one's like on an angle? And so it goes in, but it doesn't really like peg in. You're more relying on the friction of this joint to keep it in place. Whereas on this figure, it actually like tabs in and takes a lot more force to like unpeg it, so it actually stays in place, which I like that. Also, I noticed on Gamer Edition Prime, right, you peg the arms together and then you peg them into the legs, and then this never wants to line up on me and I have to like fiddle with it to get it into place, and I've done that in the wrong order, but whatever. On this figure, if I get everything situated and straighten everything out, this just fits. It just fits immediately, and that's really nice. Whereas on this guy, it takes a little bit of extra work. So there's a lot of quality of life improvements they did on here. I messed that side up. There's a lot of quality of life improvements on this figure that I really do appreciate. So Siege Megs is just Siege Megs with a drill, but it's okay. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's not the worst. Pax though, bruh, that is awesome. They covered the hands. They completely changed how the alt mode looked. And I really like the color of the windshield. I know these are limited and all, but like I would love to see toy hack sets for these too, because it's spruced up Gamer Edition Prime, and I'd love to see this spruced up a bit. What I find interesting though is while he's a lot taller than Gamer Edition Prime in robot mode, in alt mode they are about the same size. It's that little front part of the Gamer Edition one. And Death's Head is here being a doofus, but I love this toy. I just think they nailed these two exclusives. The 2-pack is pretty neat, though I know a lot of people don't care much about the Megatron. The fact that they turned a War for Cybertron game toy into an IDW design is nuts, and an actual Death's Head is insane. And yes, of course I recommend these. If you really don't like Megs, you could probably just sell it or something, but that's my look at the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.